Somebody call a doctor because Bad Medicine is back! Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn, folks. We are getting back to All of Us Are Dead. This is, of course, Season 1, Episode 6. And this has been wild. I got faked out. I thought we were getting rid of our head number one villain permanently, but instead, he just put on a cool windbreaker, and now he's going to wreak more havoc with free reign to do whatever he wants. Havoc.
Yeah, this has been so much fun watching this. I can't believe he didn't get got. So I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to see what he's got in store for the rest of us.
Yeah, they delivered a lot of different storylines the last episode. Really intrigued to see where they're taking everything on this one.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if they're going to have any infections magically just pop up at that prison for the quarantine. That's what I'm waiting on next.
That never happens.
That's what I'm waiting on next. Just craziness everywhere. Let's go!
Hey, Steve, can I get a water?
Coming right up. Got a fresh pack right down here. Oh, my back. Oh.
Uh-oh. Looks like Steve's back just called it quits.
Some help would be good right about now.
Yeah, you're gonna need some help with that, Steve. Your injury could be worth millions. You should consider calling Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm,
With more than 1,000 lawyers and 4,000 case staff ready to fight for you if you become their client.
but Steve's worried. He doesn't have the cash to pay for expensive legal fees.
Worry no more. Morgan & Morgan will fight for every penny you deserve. And guess what? The fee is absolutely free. Unless you win. But Steve doesn't want to sue his boss, even though he hasn't gotten his surgery bills covered in the last 6 months. Steve, when you sue for an injury, you're not suing your boss. You're suing the insurance company. So if you've been a victim in a workplace injury or any other personal injury, you can hit the link in the description to get Morgan & Morgan to fight for you. Steve did, and now he's back in the game.
Yes, more of Dad's videos. Found footage.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
File must be huge. 4K, 60 frame?
하우스 요나스는 생명에 대한 과학기술의 책임을 얘기했다. 나는 이 바이러스를 요나스 바이러스라 명명했다. 치료제를 만드는 것 또한 내 책임이다. 포기하지 않는다.
All right, chapter whatever. The cure.
You gonna try to put the fire up here?
Yeah,
Or
help.
just-
SOS.
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 that
look at the
finger.
finger.
Maybe you can fix that thing.
Snap it right back into place. She's gonna give it the old snapperoo. Man, to think that a cell phone did that to his eye.
Well, you want to test it?
I'd prefer that we didn't.
All right.
Oh, we got alive. Someone, it's her.
Made it.
Please tell me the teacher's with her.
Holy shit. And look at the room she's in.
Yep. She's already been kind of snacking. Wow.
Oh, I know the room I'd want to be in.
How did the worst person or one of the worst people on the show find the room with all the beverages?
The worst.
Just like how the worst
Rewarded.
person got and came back as the leader.
Essentially immune.
Leader.
The good guy almost indefinitely does finish last in this world. Almost.
수민아!
No.
아, 넣으라고!
Can we get rid of the glass around the frame, please?
Watch your neck on that glass. Oh, good. There's no glass on that side.
Yeah. What
Just-
the other side?
살면 뭐 할 건데? 그래도 살아야지. 난 아무도 없어. 엄마도 없고 아빠도 없고 갈 데도 없고 기다리는 사람도 없고 혼내는 사람도 없고 칭찬하는 사람도 없고 이게 어떤 기분인 줄 알아? 잘 몰라. 아무것도 모르면서 왜 잘난 척이야?
Well, forever it's worth.
네가 뭔데 살라 말아.
A lot of people's parents have perished at this point.
그냥 나 좀 내버려 두라고.
Or there's parents out there that their kids are gone. So
성적표 보면 우리 아빠 맨날 그런다. 갑자기 성적 올라서 서울대 갈 일 없으니까 희망 같은 거 갖지 말라고.
Yeah.
듣기 싫어. 아무 말도 듣기 싫어. 나 그 말 안 믿었어. 공부 잘해서 서울대 가면 얼마나 좋아. 솔직히 마음에 없는 말 하는 거지. 진짜 믿었던 말은 따로 있었어. 어디서 무슨 일이 생기든 아빠가 제일 먼저 올 거라는 말.
he is trying.
미친년. 네가 왜 우냐. 죽지 마, 지민아. 더 이상 아무도 안 죽었으면 좋겠어. 아무도.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Trying to give her some support here.
나가고 싶어. 여기 있으면 진짜 미쳐버릴 것 같아. 그래, 가자. 나가자, 우리. 나 여기 진짜 싫어. 어떻게 나가?
Uh-oh.
Oh, we're gonna have
나가고
we're gonna have lots of zombies going after the speakers.
What's the PA? The school's PA.
Yeah.
지민아, 미안한데 잠깐만.
니네 코 없냐? 아씨 냄새.
I was wondering about that.
뭐하냐?
여기서 나갈 수 있을 것 같아.
Draw their attention to the sound.
Yep.
음악을 이쪽 스피커에만 틀면 좀비들이 다 왼쪽으로 움직일 거야. 그럼 우리 우측 계단으로 해서 청산이 찾은 다음 중앙 계단으로 옥상으로 가면 돼.
옥상은 왜?
헬리콥터 계속 날아다니고 있어. 옥상에서 불 피우면 구하러 올지도 몰라.
근데 좀비들이 진짜 스피커 쪽으로 움직일까?
Yeah, they've been going towards the sound.
방송을 건물 한쪽 스피커에만 할 수 있어?
식당, 운동장, 도서실도 틀어서 그쪽으로 다 몰리게 할 거. 맞다, 너 1학년 때 방송부였지? 엄마가 시켜서.
다 좋다 이거야.
But
근데 음악을 뭘로 틀어? 인터넷 안 돼서 멜론도 못해.
Record player. Go old school.
8-track.
저거? 이거 완전 골동품인데? 이게 돼?
Ancient.
Anybody know how to work one of these?
come on, they're not.
Come on, it's a CD player. You guys play video games, so they know how to put in.
Yes. That.
Here we go. Oh, it affects them
Oh,
too.
nice.
Affects them too. Nice.
누가 해? 난 방송 한 번도 안 해봤는데?
Well, yeah.
그러면 내가 할게.
마이크 테스트 1, 2, 1, 2. 우리 청산이 거기 있니?
Oh no, the other guy's gonna hear the plan. Yeah.
우리가 거기로 갈 거니까 어디 가지 말고 가만히 있어.
알았지? 오지 마, 중신아. 여길 어떻게 와?
네가 뭐러 갈진 뻔히 아는데 거기서 아무리 떠들어도 여기서 안 들린다.
오지 말라고.
그러니까 어디 가지 말고 가만 기다려. 너 진짜 움직이면 안 된다. 알았지?
Yeah.
아무튼 빨리 나가자. 저기 똥냄새 때문에 토할 것 같아.
싼 똥이잖아.
나만 쌌냐? 너만 쌌어. 나만 쌌어. 아 진짜 이것들이.
Why wouldn't they toss the out the? Never mind.
청산아. 제발 좀 가만히 있어. 너 내 말 안 듣는 거 아는데 이번엔 좀 들어.
What's the song gonna be?
Well, it's a mixed CD, so let's find out.
이러면 아무 소용 없는 거 아니야? 그치.
명상의 시간.
Meditation?
오케이. 일단 방송실.
Oh man.
당신과 연승 배송. 고통을 하지 않은 신 자신이다. 잠깐만.
Oh, this guy. Old peg leg.
하나 더 있어.
Oh.
진짜 간다.
Wonder if he's gonna get a knife to him right away.
Oh no.
You try to sneak past him?
Yeah, dude's on his way to the broadcasting room too, taking too much time.
아니, 다른 애들은 다 소리 따라가는데 쟤만 따로 놀잖아 지금. 귀 먹은 거 아니냐? 아니 씨발 죽었는데 귀가 왜 들려? 다른 애들은 뭐지? 다 소리에 반응하잖아. 진짜 모르겠네. 어떻게 나가? 잠깐만. 좀만 기다려보자. 올게. 기다려보자. 우리는 뭐
You're all beautiful.
더 이상 못 기다려. 네가 애들하고 최대한 조심해서 지나가. 난 뒤에서 어떻게든 해볼게. 알았어.
Nothing we can take as a weapon?
나가자.
Here we go. Let's see if
손
it
놓지
stays
마.
in effect.
놓치지도 말고.
So close.
Look at the face.
Yeah, it's all bubbled up.
Surprised I can't smell him. Oh no!
Throw it down the hole.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude.
Why is he holding it like this? as
Yeah.
he's walking through? Why is it not in his backpack he has?
Because then he wouldn't be able to drop it.
Yeah, fair enough. That's a valid point, Quinn.
Oh, here we go. Now he knows.
Of course.
Oh, of course. Oh shit!
Well, he
Oh,
didn't.
Surprised he didn't go after the radio.
Oh, wow.
Bray Wyatt kind of stuff was that?
Oh,
And there's the blood again. Up the face.
Oh shit. Oh great. Well, now our guy didn't necessarily dislike him.
이 청산 어디 있어? 청산이? 청산이 뭐야? 죽이게. 아, 뭔 소리야? 죽인다고. 너 많이 다쳤네? 괜찮아? 좋아. 너무 좋아, 씨발.
Oh, man. God, he does a great job.
뭐 해라. 하지 마라. 이래라 저래라. 괜찮아.
it's different now, isn't it?
네가 나보다 싸움 잘했으니까. 근데 지금은 그럼 안 되지.
Jesus.
There you go. Break his arm.
He lost the knife. Oh,
Yeah, we saw that she had a broken finger and was able to somewhat fix it.
yeah.
Or dislocated.
He's gonna start raging.
Oh!
Oh,
무섭지? 무섭잖아. 안 무서워? 새끼야. 나 약한 새끼.
yeah.
No, not her!
Oh no.
Oh Jesus.
이런 씨발 것들.
Not her.
Oh, finally. Oh, well, he's gonna heal probably.
Oh!
Ooh, that's a big
So
chunk.
now, will she now turn into like the zombies like the rest of them, or will she turn into something like him, like the better
I
human?
think it depends on the person.
It's gotta be.
And by the way, I don't think he's dead until I see him.
No,
Dead.
not until his head's removed from his body.
Until he gets one of those done.
320!
No, not 322.
Oh, she
3210. 3210. Oh, look out! Oh, good. They got smart and started putting the guards on.
Oh, did she just break her bow
Yeah,
though?
it busted her
Yeah.
bow.
When you get bit?
Oh, nice.
He got stabbed by the.
Oh yeah, he did.
야, 뭐냐?
I wonder how bad it is.
쪽팔리게.
What is?
Eh.
이게 뭐야? 야, 씨발, 너 왜 이래?
Oh yeah. Okay, she didn't know.
Yeah, she
I was
had
like,
no idea.
너 찔렸냐? 무슨 새끼가 왜 찔리고 지랄이야, 씨.
Why'd you get stabbed?
She's eating her snacky snacks.
They're right next to each other.
well, yeah, remember she
Yeah.
endurance on.
Throws him aside.
다친 데 없어? 괜찮아? 개새끼. 니들 나 여기 있는지 어떻게 알았어?
내가 가지 말라고 했잖아. 한 번이라도 말 좀 들어봐.
야야야야 사랑 싸움 나중에 하고. 어?
To the loud quarrels.
수혁이는? 수혁이 안 왔잖아.
야, 너 어디 가? 야야야야.
So does that mean Miss Park's gone?
미쳤어? 같이 가야지 혼자 나가고. 야 빨리. 야 온다. 빨리.
Oh, just at the last minute.
일단 생각 좀 해보자.
자, 지금.
And she just noticed.
Yep.
야, 반장, 너 물렸지? 너 그거 물린 거지?
Yeah, but it was by the asshole, not a zombie.
Well,
And then they're gonna put it together.
I wonder if she's going to get immunity now because it's the virus with him.
Yeah.
So far, immunity. Does that work with her body? Yep, this would happen for sure.
That happens at music concerts.
That was at
Touche.
your local Walmart.
You're gonna, well, you have to pick around it.
Exactly. It's not like it's a buffet here that they
Yeah.
have their own choosing. Which that does bring a good
휴대폰은 여전히 안 돼요.
예, 여기도 마찬가지인 것 같습니다.
food allergies and everything. That's great that they kind of threw that in there. Not that he
나갈
had it,
방법이
but
있지 않습니까?
something to think about.
Yeah.
Well, pork isn't usually something I would think that is more of a choice than an allergy usually with pork.
적어도 난 법과 원칙에 어긋나는 일은 한 번도 안 했어.
그럼 이번 한 번만 하시면 안 됩니까? 저 진짜 가봐야 돼요.
기다려봐요. 검사 끝나면 지휘부 만나서 헬기 배정받아 학교로 보내줄게요.
검사가 문제가 아니에요.
I was saying food in general, Dave.
메르스는 9일, 코로나19는 2주, 에볼라는 3주까지 격리했어요.
아니 그럼 뭐야? 검사 끝나고도 지금 여기 있어야 된다고요?
Yeah?
이게 무슨 바이러스인지 몰라서 잠복기 계산이 안 된답니다. 들리는 말로는 최소 한 달 이상 감염 주의 본답니다.
뭐야? 최소 한 달은 여기 있어야 한다는 거잖아.
검사 되기까지 조금만 참으세요.
Would you rather be dead?
진심으로 사과할게요.
뭘 말씀이십니까?
Oh! Oh!
Knock them
Put
out.
on their
Take
uniform. Take
Go out.
Yep.
Yeah.
뭐 하는 짓이야?
Classic move.
I'm going to get my daughter. That's what I'm going to do.
내가 절차에 따라서 다 도와준다고 했잖아요.
그 절차 때문에 사람 못 구한 적이 너무 많아요.
Protocols.
난 갈 테니까 이 친구들 최대한 선처받을 수 있도록 잘 부탁드리겠습니다.
사고는
Nice.
당신이 치고 수습은 나더러 하라고.
Yeah. You got
Yeah, I saved your ass, so call it even.
의원님도 엄마지 않습니까? 전 아파고.
It's chair.
but it's padded.
Yeah, it was
야
fat.
임마,
So
너 왜 또 그래? 일어나려고 그래가지고
He was getting up.
따라올 생각 하지도 마. 이사고 치고 여기 있으라고요?
you need at least one body to help you here.
Yeah, you need somebody to watch your six, as they say.
Now watch your back.
Why would
Watch your six.
they say that? What does that even mean?
I've never heard some say, hey, watch my six. I heard him say, watch my back.
All right, here we go. Let's play it cool.
How do we get to a chopper?
Let's see. Where were the choppers landing? And just go there.
너 말해. 좀비한테 물린 거 아니잖아.
Here we go. The big reveal.
귀남이한테 물린 거라고. 누구? 귀남이라고. 사반 일진. 윤기남? 남라 너 윤기남한테 물린 거 맞아? 확실히 말해. 맞다니까? 귀남이 좀비한테 물렸어.
Yep.
내가 봤어, 물리는 거. 좀비한테 물리면 좀비 돼. 그러니까 귀남이한테 물리면 아니라고.
Gotta stop yelling, guys.
귀남이 좀비한테 물린 거 맞아? 그럼 나도 좀비 되겠네.
너 왜 그래?
Well, since he was bitten by a zombie and he wasn't quite sure, like, just wait a little
아니야,
bit.
됐어, 갈게. 수혁아, 고마워.
Well, she should be able to walk freely.
Well, we don't know how her body's going to respond.
Yeah, that's the tricky thing.
Well, she's bit, right?
Yeah.
So she
should be okay amongst the zombies, but we just don't really know how anything works for sure.
귀남이 물리는 거 내가 봤어. 나랑 싸우다 그렇게 됐어. 나도 귀남이랑 싸웠어. 그래서 아닌 거 알아.
What a dilemma.
Yeah, no kidding.
Just wait it out.
Yeah.
봤지? 변해도 니들한테 못 가게 창밖으로 밀어버릴 거니까.
So
there you go.
I like that they're doing this.
Yeah.
이럴 필요 없어.
너도 아무 말 하지 마.
Oh, boy.
She respects it.
오지 마.
She's going to tell her brother to back her friend here to back off.
됐어,
not
새끼야.
brother. Oh, come on.
비키라고. 하지 말라고. 이빨.
She still has a chance to live.
Yeah.
나 조금이라도 이상해지면 그때 내가 알아서 죽을게.
미안한데
미안할 거 없어.
He's gonna push her right now.
나도 니들한테 미안한 거 없으니까.
미안해.
Why he's
수혁아,
apologizing.
나 변하면 밀어.
No.
Just gonna sit there and wait it out.
How about this one with their snacks? And
I'm actually not even worried about her. I just want her to live.
이 정도면 됐어. 변할 시간 지났어.
Mm-hmm.
귀남이한테 밀렸다며. 괜찮은 거 아니야?
귀남이 좀비한테 물렸어. 내가 확실하게 봤어.
수혁이가 거짓말할 이유가 없잖아.
나는 거짓말할 이유 있고?
그래도 수혁이가
네가 수혁이 좋아하는 거 알겠는데 그거랑 이거랑은 다른 문제야.
그 얘기가 지금 왜 나와?
수혁이 편만 들지 말라고.
편드는 게 아니라
힘드는 거야.
Because, I mean, yeah, it's an interesting dilemma.
아이 그러기 내가 나오지 말자고 했잖아. 다 죽는다고 했잖아.
That's all you've been saying.
그만 좀 질질지 안 죽어.
Yeah, everything's cut.
Yep.
거봐 내가 다 안 준다고 했잖아. 씨.
그만 좀 해. 안 죽는다고.
These two back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Put her eye.
Shit. But does this... Wait.
Yeah, because he had that too. Oh, the
수혁아.
vision.
수혁아,
She can't talk.
이상해. 배고파. 수혁아.
No! Dude, that decision that he's going to have to make...
He's going to have to make it right now. Oh! Oh! I knew it!
Kidding me? Oh, did you see the back of his neck?
Yeah. It's all snapping back into
we saw
place.
it with.
그만 좀 해. 너 눈돔이야. 남나 안 보여? 묻었으면 입에 피라도 묻었을 거 아니야.
Yeah, see, now the eye
Yeah,
cleared
now
up.
she's able to fight it. Yep.
우! 피나 안 나지?
깨끗하네. 상처도 없고.
This is
귀남이한테
probably where they
물렸으면
finally figured it out. Like,
아직까지 아무 일 없으면 아무 일 없는 거잖아.
At least some of it.
but damn, how confusing would that be?
그거
Be like,
내려놔.
what is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to have a conversation
나라.
because they're gonna see Guinam again later.
알았으니까
I'm like, hey, he took a dive out the window.
그건 왜 안 노는데?
신경 꺼라.
I like that tease.
They got us good.
Well, just right there, just the hand. Like,
Yeah.
get bit. And then when it moves, you're like,
Well,
oh,
he has some of the blood on him yet.
괜찮은 거 맞지?
그래, 내 편 들어.
And so then she was like, you smell nice. She could smell the blood, I think.
멀쩡한 거 같은데 좀
변했으면 벌써 변했지.
아니, 나 안 괜찮아. 나 수혁이 물고 싶었어.
stop.
It's something different.
귀남이 좀비들한테 물리는 거 봤어?
봤다고 몇 번을 말해.
귀남이 좀비로 변하는 걸.
못 봤어.
Did you see him turn?
수혁아, 귀남이랑 싸운 건 맞지?
All right, some common sense. Some logic. Yeah, logic, not common
둘 다
sense.
거짓말할 이유가 없잖아. 그럼 귀남이가 물렸는데도 좀비가 안 된 거 아니야?
Boom.
영화 보면 면역 있어서 물려도 안 변하는 사람 있잖아.
See?
The movies.
난 어딜 가든 같이 바꿔. 지민아, 왜? 내가 틀린 말 했어?
You're not wrong, but gotta figure this out here.
더 이상 아무도 죽지 말자. 함수랑 이삭이 변하기 전에 손이 되게 차가웠어.
Oh.
반장이 지휘부를 물고 싶다고 했잖아. 아, 쟤한테 좀비피 흐른다고. 좀비가 우리 엄마 아빠 죽였다고.
Oh, yeah, it's got a whole different outlook now.
Which, I mean, it's fair.
Yep.
But I would be in the party of we got to see how this turns out.
Yeah, I mean, because
we already know what to do. She
Yeah.
throw out a window.
And she could pop off whenever. You don't know when it's going to happen.
뭐 하는 거야?
술 먹는 거야.
하지 마. 하지 마.
하지 마라.
So this way, if you turn and you bite me,
Yeah.
we'll both.
I'll be easily accessible.
새끼가 왜 이렇게 시종일관 네거티브하지? 아까는 사고 났던 거고 새끼야. 저거는 딱 봐도 멀쩡하잖아.
저거는 둘이서 어떻게 타고 가요?
셋이야.
3.
Oh, I thought he was going to say,
진짜 애기 데려갈 거예요?
여기 두고 가면 얘 죽는다.
oh, what, you didn't think of that?
너를 이거 갖고 뒤에 타가지고 누구든 가까이 오면 다 조져버려. 알았지?
저 못 가요. 절대 못 가요.
이 새끼가 내가 너 탈영으로 신고하는 수가 있어.
Jeez.
예, 하세요.
Go ahead.
그래, 그러면 나는 나가면서 저거 창문 다 깨고 나가겠다. 저것들 안으로 다 들어오게.
These two.
There's our nice levity.
Well, I mean, yeah, why would you create that much noise? Oh, shit. Another kid.
Oh, look at these guys just saving the day.
Good thinking.
Oh,
Good
back
thinking.
in there.
전사예요?
형사예요.
He's going to try.
Okay, we got a whole bag of something.
Noodles.
다친 데는 없어?
엄마가 여기 있는데.
Oh, boy.
어디? 빨간 옷 입은?
Damn.
Oh, man.
저 얘기하는 줄 잘 모르겠는데요. 애가 저보고
Yeah,
자꾸 막
clearly.
웃어요. 어떡해요?
Keep smiling.
I don't know what to do.
만약에 반장이 면역이 있는 거면 물려도 괜찮은 거냐? 그렇지 않을까?
She's there. If she is immune now, she could create the pathway.
완전 좀비는 아니고
They would still smell these guys, so that wouldn't work.
Hamby.
절반만 좀비?
Zombie.
약간 반반
Hamby.
느낌이잖아. 양념 반, 후라이드. 치킨 먹고 싶다.
하지 말라고.
He wants fried chicken.
지민아, 우리끼린 그러지 말자. 지금 우리밖에 없잖아.
All right, time for some redemption.
나연이보다 낫잖아.
걔 얘긴 꺼내지도 뭐. 걔 인간도 아니야.
Too
until then.
late.
일단 먹고 살아야지. 씨발 잠겼어. 이 와중에 또 잠겼다 영병.
Well, I mean, how hard could that be to break open? Just give him the salute, smile, and wave.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Whoa!
Parkour.
Parkour!
But how's the other guy getting?
We're so outmatched. We're so outmatched in this world.
줄이야 줄 로프. 봅시다. 에? 아이 살아있어라. 팀장이 뭐 하시는 거예요? 같이 가자니까.
Stay alive.
팀장이.
Yeah, he did it on purpose.
Yep.
소속 어디이십니까? 미안하다. 예?
Oh boy.
Just keep saying sorry to everybody.
Sorry.
Oh, we're not just gonna try to capture him first? To ask what the hell's going on? Just
shoot first, ask questions later.
된다. 괜히만
Give me
뺐네.
a 5-foot running start. That door is open. He just went like this and it like shifted. Yeah, so
just one, yeah.
Yeah.
노래도 김치밥.
Yeah, let's turn it down maybe just a little bit. There has to be something more on that.
엄마랑 아빠는
4K.
저 구한다고 학교 앞에까지 왔는데 경찰도 소방관도 아무도 안 왔어요. 나중에 누군가라도 이 영상 보면 관계자들 꼭 처벌해주세요. 다들 우릴 버렸어. 전부 다.
I know she's harvesting a lot of anger right now, but
엄마, 아빠, 안녕. 난 잘 있어. 애들도 엄청 잘해주고. 애들 보여줄까?
엄마, 나 용돈 좀 올려줘.
Raise.
나 찍으면 돼?
응.
우주 대스타, 양대수, 작사 작곡, 박자. 올리브유에 튀긴 닭이 더 맛있어. 돼지고기가 맛있어. 그냥 딸기보다 딸기 케이크 맛. 하는 건 트랜스 지방 빠방.
What a banger.
oh, I love it.
Going straight to the top with that one.
Look out for that single.
I still can't believe he hasn't seen his mom in that field yet, but I'm sure she's long gone. Well, no, they were fenced in, so.
나야. 아빠도 별일 없지? 나는 잘 있어.
It's interesting how they did that camera work there.
아빠, 잘 있지? 밤새 아빠 기다렸는데 안 와서 어떻게든 해보려고 하고 있어. 아빠가 그랬잖아. 공부는 못해도 건강하면 최고라고.
These guys are really bad shots.
Harry, you're a terrible shot.
무슨 일 있는 건 아니지?
You made it this far.
Oh,
Please.
gosh, she's not going to make it.
You made it this far. Please write it to where he made it.
He's not going to make
알았지,
it. What's he going to do? Jump in the water
되니까.
and then what?
He made it. He's good.
But they're not going to stop shooting.
난 아빠가 진짜 올 줄 알았는데.
They didn't hit him on land. They're not going to hit him in water. They were 5 feet from him. He got clipped.
You got oblique shot. That is an oblique.
원래 용돈 줄 때만 하는 말인데 오늘은 그냥 해줄게. 아빠, 사랑해.
Well, they're all coming to the realization that it might not get out.
진짜 사랑해.
Adrenaline in my soul.
And we did not see it.
No, he trucked on. He's fine.
He just got that little oblique shot. He can probably stay underwater for at least 20 minutes.
He got an oblique shot.
Yeah, he's fine.
I know, but what I'm saying is that he's underwater. Like, how long can you stay underwater and swim for? He's got to surface and get some air eventually.
3 minutes?
You're questioning that after he should have been dead.
He is special forces.
He's got 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Guys,
he should have been dead.
I want him to make it. I'm cheering for him.
I'm just saying, throw out your logic on this.
People shooting fully auto who would be
with tracers, no
probably
less,
trained to aim for center mass. Missing him is questionable.
Yeah,
but
just be excited.
I am excited. He's gonna make it. He's gonna swim underwater for like half an hour, and
he's got 3 or 4 minutes.
He'll be good.
He'll be good.
He's gonna make it. But oh, what an episode! You know, just that last bit that we watched with everybody taking the the tape recorder or the
video.
Or as Doc Brown wants to call it, the portable television studio. It's amazing. But anyhow, a little bit of levity in some parts of this with the detective and his partner. You know, they were having a laugh for a minute there in the restaurant, but then things got real serious there with the the little girl running from her mom and then seeing her at the window. And he's like, "What are you going to do? Save everybody?" And it's like at that point, you know, they both have very valid points of, yes, you can't save everybody, but you also can't stop trying and doing the best that you can to try to save as many lives as possible. So I liked the dynamic that they had with the detective and his guy there trying to help him out. So that really was an interesting break from what we were getting in this episode, which was obviously a lot of heavy stuff. And getting back to the tape recorder, often we'll make the cut or not, but it was kind of like some of them are kind of getting the realization they might not get out of this. And it's the idea of wanting a record for somebody to see it, for somebody to find it. A few of the guys are still having a good time with it, asking for a raise in their allowance. Of course, the greatest song ever in a zombie movie we just got, singing about chicken and trans fats, saturated fats, whichever it was.
Trans fats.
And how good it was. So look for that to go right at the top. But yeah, it's fun to see how our characters are taking things a little bit differently. And I was kind of with you, Oak. I thought that our girl in pink that was hiding in the storage room, I thought she was going to come out until they started talking about her. And then she was like, nope, I can't be a part of this group. I can't even open the door to help them because who knows how that's going to play out.
Yet.
And
That's true, yes.
I know, look, this is episode 6, and I'm conflicted here because I like the confusion and kind of the not knowing of exactly how this zombie virus works. I mean, they've given us a lot of information, right? But we still don't know for sure how every individual is going to react to it. And if some of the things we see are a guarantee of how it works. So on so many other zombie shows, movies, etc., you kind of know how it works. Oh, you get bit and then you turn, or maybe you can lop a limb off and still live. The rules are kind of set somewhat early in a lot of those. And here it's still evolving really, because the virus itself, as they said in the previous episode, is itself evolving and affecting some people differently. Granted, now there's some talk about immunity, but
possible.
It's real fascinating to, if I can use the term, not know all the rules of the world that we're in quite yet. It makes for a very interesting watch because you never quite know what to expect. So this has been great. So many great scenes to talk about. And yeah, those were some of my favorites.
Yeah, for me, I was like wondering, is that a deaf zombie? Have we ever seen that ever before on anything? Now, like, I was just seeing a lot of, zombie movies, but I've never seen a deaf zombie. But I mean, it ended up hearing the canister fall and it turned around. But otherwise, if it wasn't going to go to the sound and it was going to be deaf, I thought that'd be rather interesting. But then at the same time, she got bit, and like, the one girl that was on the rooftop that was smashing the phones, she got bit. Her finger was broken. She was able to fix it.
Yep.
So technically, then, if there was a deaf student, if they got bit, then they all of a sudden, boom, their hearing is fixed
because the virus seems to correct the host's.
Yeah.
Body.
But which strain would it be? Like if they're a full-on zombie, obviously I don't think it'll come back. But if they're like our main baddie and then her, would it fix it? And so then they're back to normal. But then they can hear now, or they were blind and now they could see now. So that would be rather interesting, because then that'd be a way to, I don't know, fix problems in the world or cure disease. Well, cure diseases. Be like, here, let them bite your arm, and you won't have any diseases anymore.
I got to say, that's the first time I've seen or heard anybody suggest that could cure diseases. But I like your thought process.
No, I'm using that in a sense because I mean, you saw his neck; it fixed itself, and he was fine. She had a broken finger. She just went like this, and the finger was fine.
Well, have you noticed though? It hasn't like fixed his eye. It hasn't like fixed any.
That is true. It hasn't.
Yeah. Well, stuff that happened before hasn't been fixed. So the deaf zombie.
To your point, I guess if one had some type of something before. Who knows? I mean, who knows? They've been throwing left and right.
So yeah, that was just my idea of thinking. Well, what if next episode all of a sudden he goes like this, and there's a good eye? Yeah. I don't know. So it'd be really interesting to see if that was.
We got a Wolverine zombie on our hands.
That would be interesting. I do appreciate having our detective and his partner for. Like better words, that their levity that they're bringing to the episode. Same with our kid rapping about trans fats. It's great to give that sort of little bit of levity into a serious episode, because right at the end with the kids, obviously, you have the one girl that lost her parents that they saw in the drone. So, like, she's not going to trust anyone that may or may not turn into a zombie. And, like, she wanted to, end it all herself. So, like, that was just really deep, having all the kids, like, saying, hey, Mom, Dad, I miss you. Usually I only say it when you give me allowance, but I love you. So that was really deep and emotional. So I appreciate having the detective and then even the kids singing about trans fats. I appreciate the levity that they're bringing to the episode, because otherwise it was really rough. I mean, you have also the detective, trying to save the baby, which obviously he would, but then obviously you see a kid, and yes, obviously you're going to save them too right away. And I get it, him saying, what are you going to do, try to save everybody? No, I'm going to try and save this country. That's what he wants to do, and stop this virus from spreading and find the cure on the laptop. Hopefully he has the password.
Yeah, for me, the one thing, I don't know if it's going to make the cut. Diamond Dave mentioned it, but the one thing that I did take issue with is if you were a scientist filming documentary footage, there was no way you would go 4K 60 frames per second.
Oh, jeez.
That resolution with those frames per second would create such large files.
He's a scientist.
And in an environment where you're just sitting in front of a camera motionless, even the 60 frames per second alone would be completely unnecessary.
Completely.
More unnecessary than trying to hold your breath for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, look.
No, the bigger issue, Quinn, is the 4K 60 frame file.
Let us know. Is it the 4K or is it our...
I'm pretty sure they're with us.
Nobody's recording 4K 60 frames per second.
4K, why is there lines in the screen? It should be crystal clear.
No, we're getting the view from those LCD screen.
But I've seen the view of the LCD screen up there, and it's crystal clear.
Yeah. When they went to the kids recording themselves with a handheld, that was crystal clear.
Yeah.
So some the writers and the people who produced it, a few details missed. But in any regard, look, they just added a bunch more layers here. With I shouldn't say a bunch more, but a glaring layer with the fact that if you get bit and you're immune, you're also healing.
Their term,
our hammies, dude went out the window and was all sorts of cracked up and just, stood up, straightened himself out, and he was good to go. We saw our girl with her busted up fingers. She took a lot of bites. And, it's interesting because, again, they brought up, we talked about this after the last episode, they brought up, the fear and whether you're somebody who experienced trauma and whether that would impact whether you turned. But if you are somebody who didn't turn because of that, and then you bite somebody in turn, do they also have to have the same characteristics that made you not turn? Or if you get bit by somebody who is a Hamby, then are you a Hamby yourself? Yeah. So I know you brought it up as well. There's a lot of unknowns about this virus, but that's what I like about this show, because a lot of times, look, a lot of the shows are just you get bit, you turn into a zombie. That's it.
You pop them in the head.
There's not a lot of layers or a lot of, well, if A happens, then B happens. But if A happens here, C happens here, A plus B equals C, whatever, that sort of stuff.
Well, what's nice too about what they've done with the show is they gave us who did it the second episode. And now it seems like what they've done a nice job of is crafting, hey, we're going to slowly give you kind of answers and our set of rules for this genre of the zombie, and then we'll show you along the way of how and what and why.
But that's the cool thing about this story. So they're giving us all the drama and the kind of the pain and the anxiety of trying to survive this zombie situation, but they're also slowly feeding in new things about the infection. As with Walking Dead, we had, of course, in the beginning, not to spoil answer, so just for the sake of discussion, we had the beginning, hey, like, look, you get bit, you turn into a zombie. We had the big reveal at the CDC, and that's as much as I'll say. And then after that, it was kind of like whatever, in The Last of Us, we know that Ellie got bit and she survived. So they're trying to, pull her blood to see, we thought they were going to just do blood to learn more about it. Of course, they had other plans for her, but, so a lot of times they don't really give you that much on purpose. And I'm not complaining about that, because it's just like, hey, the show is about, the zombies, and then the show is about, how people are going to act, and how it started is kind of, we'll give you a little bit of backstory and that'll be done. Where they've been giving more and more. every episode, and now the new twist where, hey, you can survive it, and if you do, you can fall out windows, come back. So another great layer. I liked that we got our detective again, showing that, hey, look, he's not just a hardcore guy trying to grill people. He's got some very strong moral fibers, trying to save the baby, stopping to save the child, even when the other guy's questioning him, hey, you can't save everybody. But there's people who like, hey, look, yeah, you want to survive, but what does that look like if moving forward for you, if you're not trying to at least save kids and stuff like that and save a baby? Like, do you want to go on? How do you look at yourself in the mirror if you just abandon certain people? We got the story with the dad, which is great. He's just, throwing caution to the wind to try to go save his daughter. And, the people they got working on the squad are all terrible, terrible shots, which is fine. I'm totally good with it. But this was another just another great episode. And again, I can't overstate how much, I was going to say overarticulate, overstate, overemphasize. So, but I appreciate you jumping in there for me. I just can't overstate how impressive how impressive the writing is. Just incredible with this show.
So devil's advocate's what you were just saying there. By no means am I saying do not save the child, but there's only 2 people currently in this part of the world that know about that damn laptop.
Yeah.
2. Now, you gotta kind of keep. Again, not saying don't save the child, but you do have to keep at least in the forefront of your mind. I'm one of 2 people who know about a potential cure on the laptop, and if I go down trying to save somebody,
hey, you better start writing notes everywhere you go and just paper and just throwing it everywhere, making copies.
That's the only devil's advocate that would kind of go through my mind a little bit. I would still try to save the kid, but from that point on, knowing how close it was.
Yes, Answer and I are like, Answer and I are
the
like,
Michael Jordan quote comes to mind.
I was just going to say Diamond Dave. F them kids.
No.
That's just because he's wearing a red shirt today. He's nervous.
I would have done the same thing right there because there was enough room to make the save.
Well, they weren't going anywhere anyway.
They weren't going. That moped was not going to get them far. Yeah. So that moment I would have done it. But then moving forward, again, knowing that there's only 2 people that know about that damn laptop, I would definitely be thinking now moving forward, all right, business first here, because I can't focus on just saving one. I need to save what's left here and what happens if it gets further out. Yeah. At least that's what I would try to think. Where are you? In the situation, I would try. But I did like that. Well, I'm glad that the father had some plot armor because those guys couldn't hit shit. But I'm surprised.
Some plot armor?
I'm surprised, though, but they did save it for the water.
That was a level 9,000 plot armor.
They made up for it somewhat in the water.
An oblique.
But he's got an oblique. Hopefully he'll be fine.
2 rounds just singing everywhere.
Hopefully he'll be fine.
Zipped in his oblique.
And it was clear that now, hindsight, right? Good thing he did that to his buddy. Otherwise, I'm sure he would have been a red shirt in that instance there.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm glad he did leave him behind. And the conundrum between the, I keep forgetting their damn names, are 2 dudes here that are the baby faces with the guy, everyone in the...
Our main cast.
Yeah, our main cast here. Sorry, I forgot. Can't even pronounce the names right, so I'm not even going to try to butcher it. But you know who I'm talking about. I loved how they did pit them in a real scenario of, hey, because that would have, honestly, that would have been me like, hey. If she turns, I have no problem throwing her out a window, but let's just see here for a second, because it's not like we're leaving this second and getting the hell out of here. Yeah. We kind of got to figure something out.
Exactly.
So, especially what he saw. He saw him walking around fighting him.
Yeah, totally normal.
Totally normal. He just saw bloodstains and an eye missing.
Well, I'm glad they finally had, somebody start to put 2 and 2 together, because it's like, like the viewers are sitting here saying like, okay, maybe we just analyze what's going on here, and then finally somebody brought it up. She's like, hey, what if,
Yeah, because like she said, neither one of you have a reason to lie. And so
we're
you're both telling the truth.
And
so let's try and figure something out.
Well, and the thing is, I'm not going to say we know, but
Gimna?
So if the whole group sees Guinam again together, okay, Our guy's gonna be like, yeah, I saw him
Look at
get bit. The other guy's gonna be like, yeah, I launched him out a window. So clearly there's something going on here. But I will say it is curious that his eye has.
When he opened the window, I thought they were going to be able to see him. So I thought that's what he was doing, was open the window, see he's right there. And then, but then obviously
that would have been cool. It was like the old Michael Myers. No, he's gone.
Well, and honestly, too, I don't know if I would have had enough sense to look either, because you're on what, third level. In your head, you're automatically thinking, dude is done, right? But I'm kind of glad though we're getting this experience with new zombie material here. And again, I love how they did this setup of pitting the two baby faces against each other, questioning like, hey, they're going to turn. No, let's just see what happens, because that would actually probably be happening more so or not, more often than not, probably days after. But still, I'm glad the kids rallied. Let's see what happens, kind of thing. And as far as her being locked in the closet there with the food,
the goodies closet,
I'm still there is no redemption for her on for me anyway. So I'm curious to see how they're going to play her into the story, because she was about to open that door and say, "Hey, here's this," which some people probably would have been pissed. You were in here this whole goddamn time, and still didn't want to help.
Yeah. Right.
And I am curious about Miss Parks. So hopefully we get confirmation she did get bit and turned, or she's just hiding somewhere.
Hopefully hiding somewhere.
But she did grab her.
Yep.
And that's the last we saw of those two.
Up the stairs.
So I just got to assume that she's probably, but we didn't see it. So until I see it,
you're going to end up showing like a clip, like a flashback
of how she got
where,
there.
Like she probably kicked.
she'll probably have
Parkin away.
some story about it. Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if they're gonna say that she Otis, the teacher.
Dude,
you think you don't like her now? Wait until we find out what she did to the teacher.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too that they had in here, and again, this goes to them adding more layers on the show. When they were messing with the speakers and they had all the feedback, that really affected the half zombies almost to the point where they couldn't function. They had to cover their ears. It was so loud, and it put them on their hands and knees. Whereas with the full blown zombies, they just want to go after the speakers, so they're still able to function, but that music or the feedback, the high pitched sound, it affects them. So again, another bit of information as we kind of put together to try to figure out the rules.
That's all we need.
We got 6 left.
Oh, so it's
halfway.
Okay, so this is a 12-episode season. So I feel like if for as much story as we've gotten, we already have a lot of questions. If this was something where it was an 8-episode, I'd be like, oh, there's a lot to wrap up here.
Well, they're starting season 2, so
yeah. But with a 12-episode season, I feel like there's still a lot of story to tell and a lot of time to
absolutely.
To get everything rolling for us. They have. Season 2 is out, or is
no?
They're
going to be. They got greenlit for season 2. So looking forward.
Are we gonna have to
wait?
We're gonna have to wait.
We don't.
We're going to be on the wait list.
They'll give it to us right away. I can guarantee it. Look at that. We're halfway through the first season. Loving it.
Love it. I can't wait for these next 6.
Yeah, this is going to go really well, I'm sure. So for Appleton Oak, Diamond Dave, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.